Hello everyone, it's Lauren, and today I wanted to talk to you about high notes. Now, I get a lot of questions from my students regarding high notes, whether they be beginners or more advanced players. And I noticed some common tendencies among players of, especially younger players, that happen when they start playing their high notes. And the good news is that I've also figured out some techniques that have been very successful to help people play their high notes properly and to make them sound really easy. And so that's what I want to be sharing with you today. So the most common problem I see with high notes and people starting to play their high notes is that they tend to tense their lips and press their lips against their teeth and bring their corners back and play it with a very tight embouchure like this. And it creates a very thin, tight sound. And so really what you want to do when you play your high notes is you want to do almost the opposite of that. You want to bring your lips, the center of your lips forward. You want to make sure the corners of your lips are neutral. So there is an exercise to help achieve this that I really, really like and I found really, really effective. And it's from this book called The Gilbert Legacy. It's a fantastic book with a lot of really helpful information on flute fundamentals and technique. And the exercise I'm going to be talking about is actually found on page 78 if you're interested. And this exercise is a harmonics exercise. So I'm going to teach it to you. So we're going to start off by playing softly or piano. And in order to play soft, you need to have your lips forward, away from your teeth to cushion the sound. And you want to have the corners neutral, just like we were talking about. And the aperture, or the opening of the lips, needs to be very small. And you want to use cool air and blow more across the flute. And so this exercise is he has you playing a high E just like this, and but underblow it and play it softly, so like this. So there's slow air. So all you have to do to get the higher notes out and get to that high E, which is what we're fingering, is you just need to slowly increase the air speed and not tense the jaw or move the lips. So it goes like this. So all I was doing was engaging my ab muscles to get the higher notes out. So I was turning up the airspeed. It's as if you're just blowing on your hand slowly and then working up to more fast air. Alright, so that's how you do the exercise. And just be patient, make little baby steps at first. If you do a little bit better than you did the last time, then that's really good. And just be patient and you will get better at it, and you will learn how to use the muscles, the proper muscles, to get really easy sounding high notes out. Now you can also do this exercise forte and or loud. So the loud embouchure is you want to make sure your aperture, or the opening of the lips, is bigger and maybe wider, and then you want to frown. I like to think of frowning, getting the top lip dominant, kind of just bringing the top lip forward, and using hot, fast air like that. And it does take more air to play loud than to play soft on the flute. So you go like this. You can still underblow the high E and get that low note out. it loud. And so you can try both of these, and then you can try doing this exercise on the higher notes, E, then F sharp, then G, and then the next highest note, and you can go up as far as you'd like to, and that should help you overcome any tension that accumulates when you're practicing your high notes. Now I want to end this video by talking about some common things that might come up as you're doing this exercise that you can look out for. So the first thing is where you place the flute on your chin. It shouldn't be crushing your bottom lip like this. It should be on your chin. It should be low in the scoop of your chin, and your bottom lip covering about 1/3 of the embouchure hole. And you can find the sweet spot. Some people like to cover a little bit more, but I wouldn't recommend any more than 1/2 of the embouchure hole. I would try to keep it around 1/3. And just find that sweet spot. You'll know if you're covering too much. It'll sound very, very closed, and you'll know if you're covering too little. It'll sound more airy, and you'll be wasting a lot of air. So just find the sweet spot, put it in the right spot on your lips, and careful not to look down or up. So that's the first thing. And the second thing is I would encourage you to open your throat. So keep it really open. I like to sometimes think of my throat as kind of like low, like down here. And I know that sounds weird, but there's another way you can think of it, like where you can think of your tongue as just down below the teeth. So you get this shape in your mouth, like a dome shape in the mouth. Or pretending you're singing opera. Ho, ho. That's the shape you would want to have in your mouth when you're doing this exercise. You're just playing the flute. So keep your throat open. Keep your jaw nice and relaxed, like this. Avoid clenching or tightening the jaw to get your high notes out, but always keep it relaxed and down. Remember, the goal of this exercise is not to get the high notes out for when starting on the lower notes of this exercise, but it's to be able to maintain your embouchure and increase your airspeed without getting tense. That's the main goal of this exercise, and the high notes will come out eventually, and they will sound beautiful when they do. And lastly, make sure you are angling your air in the right direction. So if you're not getting any notes out when you go up to the high notes, just ask yourself where your air is going. Is it going across? Is it going too high? Is it going too low? So just experiment with your air direction, and that should also help you be successful when practicing this exercise. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, and subscribe if you want to hear more tips like this one. And lastly, I wanted to mention that I do offer Skype lessons, so if you're interested in that, you can visit my website at laurenteachesflute.com and click on the Lessons tab, and you can read about the Skype lessons there and even sign up for a lesson there. Alright, I will see you on the next video, and thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.